Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Championship game. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, a script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, a script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college. Went to Cal and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
There defensively.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Cook able to escape. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a run with Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the 2 winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these 2, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones who beat the Seahawks 28-23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll run the screen with Carson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
With the handoff.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Wilson buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now it's Wilson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up.
They go play action now. Wilson feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Preston Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Packers nothing.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
Aaron Jones on the carry.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
24-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching them. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Russell Wilson sacked.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here.
Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Aaron Jones on the carry.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down.
On first down, Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
With the handoff to Aaron
Brandon, all
Jones.
things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Rodgers now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Complete.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson.
40-yard line.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. To throw again is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now second and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You're giving yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
21 yards.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
To Aaron Jones.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First down.
This is Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
The 20-yard line.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now Wilson on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again. Here's Wilson.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on end zone? Caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers, the left side throw complete to Adams. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Packers.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Taking over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before. On the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Option play, and Wilson's going to run with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st down, Carson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Third down. And
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Rodgers pass complete.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Seahawks 44.
So he remains perfect. 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And goal at the
He got 29 yards that time. Rodgers operating from the gun. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Yeah, they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Wilson wants to throw it. That one to Swain, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
After review of the play.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Seahawks are the NFC champs. Time for us to sign off. Thank you so much for watching. And good night, everybody. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.